3, 4, and 5. Micah chapter 3, verse 4 and 5. In that time something dire will happen, and they will call on the Lord, but he will not answer them. He will hide his face from them then, because they have acted so wickedly. This is saying, I believe they're crying out simply because things are bad, not because they truly want to turn to God, but because they're so desperate. Not that they want to change, it's just they're crying out to God to make things better because they think they're serving Him, but they ain't willing to get rid of all this mess in their life. It's kind of like somebody, best instance, somebody struggling with something, and God's saying, "Okay, I can take that away if you let me," and they're like, "No, no, no." When they cry out to God for help, He's like, "You know what you need to do." They're like, "Yeah, but I'm not going to do that." And so He's like, "What? Then you're going to face consequences of it." That's exactly what's going on here with them. This is my message for the false prophets. They were listening to a lot of false prophets who were telling them exactly what they wanted to hear because it allowed them to please their flesh and made them happy rather than the truth. There's a lot of people out there that will lie to us. We need to seek God's truth, seek His word, seek the scripture. Who have led my people so far from the truth. This is what false teachers do. This is what liars do. Who preach peace when someone pays them with food and declare war against those who don't. So these false prophets would bring share prosperity with those who benefited them, which is saying those who gave them things, they treated them well. They gave good messages to those that were paying them. There were for prophets for a hire. God's prophets weren't called for hire. God provided for His prophets. That's one detail. This isn't me saying preachers shouldn't get paid, but it's saying that if their main focus is getting paid, you might want to question whether they're actually called to God or not. But we need to go to His truth so we know false teachers from the truth. If they say something that feels good, that goes against His word, they're not a good teacher. They're teaching lies. Israel was being taught a bunch of lies, and it was catching up to them because they should have known the truth because they had the law to fall back on. When these false prophets taught something according to what different than what God said in His law, they should have known better.